to another episode of the Decision Hour. I'm your host, Adam Bird, and I got my good friend Judy is going to be joining me today. Judy and I have been working together. Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. Guys, it must be about 2 years now.
Yeah.
Judy is with the Military Child Education Coalition, an organization that I'm very fond of, and just clicked when we met and what the organization is all about. So, Judy, welcome back to the show.
It's really good to be here. Thanks for giving us an opportunity to talk about what's going on at MSEC.
Yeah, so let's dive right into it. What is going on, or what's new with MSEC since the last time I've seen you guys?
Well, there's a whole lot of virtual going on.
Right.
We provide professional development trainings, student trainings, workshops and resources for parents, anybody really that is connected with or supporting military connected kids. And we have always, with very few exceptions, it's always been that face-to-face discussion.
Right.
You bring a bunch of people together in a room and you provide them with resources and cross-pollination of ideas. And then COVID-19 hit.
Right.
And so we had to do a really quick pivot.
Right.
And figure out how to support our customers, our audience, so that they could continue to support military connected kids. And that's what we've been doing, offering virtual learning opportunities for professionals. We've got 12 military connected parent teams in highly mobile military communities that quickly pivoted to offer virtual workshops through Facebook Live, Zoom, WebEx, virtual Tell Me a Story events. Student Programs has been sending out video information to the students in their programs. And we've got military student transition consultants who are working with families in their communities so that when the stop move order is lifted, those families will have the support that they need to move on to their next PCS. Because for the military, everybody else, when schools resume and everything, when this hopefully starts to normalize, they go back to kind of business more as usual in their hometown. We have thousands of military connected families right now that are supposed to be moving this summer.
Jeez.
So they can be where they're supposed to be when school starts, and everything's delayed 90, 120 days. Those kiddos may not get to their new duty station and to their new school until after school starts. And so we're trying to lean forward in that foxhole and provide them with as much resource and information as we can so that transition will be less traumatic for them, because it's going to be difficult.
Judy, I want to back up for a second. So those of you that are listening, if this is the first time that this isn't the first time Judy's been on the show. She's been on the show before, and HMG absolutely loves MSEC, the Military Child Education Coalition, and what they do. They actually have a podcast that can be found on HMG as well. But the organization itself, if you haven't kind of picked up already, the organization is their support goes to the military families, and they give a plethora of tools for family members that are with children that are moving or PCSing, as Judy said, into different locations. And it's, I think back, 10, 15 years ago, what would you do? And it was like, you didn't have anything. It was like, you show up, hey, I'm the new kid. Now I got to do this and this. And you have to drag all this paperwork and stuff like that. And it was difficult making a transition because you didn't know anybody in the new location. And I'm speaking kind of from the child's point of view, is they didn't, a new school, new friends, or they had to make new friends. And you guys kind of put stuff together where if you know where a family's going to PCS and move to, they can kind of reach out people within, you guys kind of help them reach out to families that are already at their new location where they're going to, and connect them there. So when they get there, they already kind of have a support system already established. It doesn't take them as long to have to go out and make new friends and this, that, and the other thing. And that's one of the things I really love what you guys do. So I got a feeling you got something new coming up that's making it even easier.
We do.
For people.
We have, and we're really, really excited to introduce our relaunch and redesign of our SchoolQuest parent transition tool.
Okay.
Years ago, we had SchoolQuest, and it was a website and a repository of information. People could go into it and find information, but it was a website, and you get to the website and you have to dig.
Right.
And it linked to a lot of other things, but there was a lot of digging involved.
Right.
And our new platform, there's not a lot of digging involved. It's all, we're trying to serve it up for you.
Yeah.
So what we have on SchoolQuest, and it's just, we have an academic tracker that will allow parents to monitor and plan their students' academic career. And it's designed for middle school and high school families,
right.
Especially the academic tracker. And, we address exceptional needs children. We address kids who may be on a math pathway. We address topics for career and technical education. And so you pick the things that your student is interested in, or the things that you're interested in for your student,
right.
and you put them in the grade that you want your student to take those things, and it follows along the way. And every one of these different categories in the academic tracker has three things. It has things to know, so that's where we put out general information and sometimes very specific information about that topic. Questions to ask. So if your student is interested in career and technical education, you just don't know what that is, there's a bunch of questions that you can ask, and either of the school or some other parent that maybe have a child in that environment, ask a teacher, ask a friend, whatever. And then resources. So there are links to page after page of websites, of MSEC resources. You'll find webinars that we've done on the topic there, links to podcasts that may be on that topic, just a ton of information. And that's just in the academic tracker. And then when you first get to SchoolQuest, every parent, we want them to set up their family dashboard, their profile.
Okay.
And you can have then create a persona for each one of your students. And I'm in the process of trying to hire some new folks for one of our other programs. And I chatted with a lady yesterday that has 8 kids. And she could have a persona for each one of her children and set each one of them up with a different academic tracker plan, with a different level of resource that she needed for them. She could keep notes on each individual child's records and all of that. So it's all available.
It's almost like you're building like a school resume for your kid.
Yes, that's exactly what we are building, is a school resume that follows you from place to place. And one thing that bothers a lot of parents and makes it really difficult is, when you're getting ready to apply to college and you have to go back and find the different schools that your child has attended, and what was the address and what was the email and what was the website and all of that, you can store all of that in SchoolQuest. So, because it follows you everywhere you go, and it's secure. Nice. So we're not keeping your individual records for you. We're making it easily accessible into your personally secured Dropbox or Google Docs or whatever account like that. You can automatically just port them over there, and that goes with you. And there's a folder for each child in there as well. It creates it all for you. We have checklists. We have a transition checklist. We have a school registration checklist. We have checklists for kids with exceptional needs. And when you activate a checklist, then you put a date for the task. And you don't have to put a date on there, but you can put a date that you want to get it finished. And it will send you reminders that say, this is coming up. don't forget.
It just keeps you in line because you got to think
really
about
does.
from those military families at PCS, to new duty locations. I mean, sometimes, and I don't know, I've been out for a long time, but it can be every 2 years in some cases. Sometimes even
we have
more
some
than
people
quicker
that
than
move
that.
every year.
Yeah. And when you're doing stuff like that, you got so many other things like when are the movers coming? What I got to put in storage? What do you got to do this?
And you can create a
checklist
checklist for that, by the way.
Really?
Because you can also create a customized individual checklist
for the entire thing.
Doesn't have to have anything to do with school. It can
right.
just be, we've got a move coming. And here's the other thing. This is what I think is the most exceptional is we're in Texas, and if I was going to be PCSing to Virginia, I don't have to go anywhere besides SchoolQuest to find out what documents do I need for registration in Virginia, what are the average school start dates, what are the graduation requirements for Virginia, what are the annual testing requirements in Virginia, what is the Virginia State Department of Education website, and what can I find there? Does Virginia have a military-friendly segment on their web? All of that information you get for every state,
Jeez.
The Department of Defense Education Agency, schools, and Washington, D.C. And it's all right there. And when you say, I'm moving to Virginia, that automatically gets front-loaded into
auto-populates for you.
It auto-populates.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a great tool to have. I'm just thinking about like it's done for you. All you got to do is just go here. So Judy, let me back up a second. For the listeners that are listening right now that might be getting ready to go through this, and we're talking about school, where can they go to find this?
They can go to www, and you don't have to put that in obviously anymore, but schoolquest.militarychild.org. And you can actually even leave out the military child part and just type in schoolquest.org. So all one word, SchoolQuest.
So what else does this thing have? I mean, let me back up real quick. Let me back up real quick. Because you're talking about the student profile and the tracker and everything like that. So when they're putting in the profile and stuff, ultimately, and I said you're basically creating a resume for your child. You take that. I want to look at this from the other end as a school that's receiving this child coming in. I know nothing about this child. This is something I'm assuming that they can either print out or whatnot and give to the teachers or give to the school, and this is what my child needs kind of thing.
Right. You can all the documents that you put into your Dropbox or into your Google Docs file are all right there. You can access those from within SchoolQuest. What you can do, and what I love about this, is when you get to the new school and you're sitting down with the guidance counselor or the registrar, you can open up your SchoolQuest account from within their, from their computer.
Right.
You can take your tablet with you, your iPad, whatever. You can open it up and you can show them what your student has done. It's all right there. It's very visual, and it's easy access. And the other thing that's nice about it is if I'm here in Texas and my spouse is deployed and he's in Germany, or he's really deployed, maybe he's over in the sandbox, he can access the records as well. So you can, both parents or grandparents who may have a guardianship or something like that while the parent is deployed, they can share this information. They can both put things in there. We have a school search tool also that is really key. And we have links through GreatSchools, through Niche, and also a link to the DoDEA school finder. And so parents can go in and they can say, well, I know I'm moving to Fort Hood, Texas, but I don't know about the school districts around there, because usually you figure out where you want to live based on the school that you want to put your kids in.
Right.
So you can front load that. You can go in and you can search around Fort Hood and find out about the school districts, find out about the schools, figure out where you want to live, because we have a number of 9 different school districts that service Fort Hood. And so you can figure all that out from there, and there's a note-taking capability. So if you're visual and you like the looks of a particular community, you can grab an image of that particular school or whatever, or the theater department or anything like that, and save it right there in SchoolQuest, so that when you pull it back up, you see the picture and you're like, oh yeah, that's the one I wanted, with the link to the school or the website or whatever. And it's all right there. It's saved by each individual student. So, because you may have a kid in high school and you may have another one in the middle school.
Right.
And this is where it gets really good. Even if you're not a middle school or a high school parent, if you have a younger child, you can start that profile for them now. We're not going to have as many resources for the younger kids, but you are still going to be able to use all the other features to support them.
It's such a, like, I wish this was around back in the day. This just makes it
yeah, me too.
It's so easy looking at this, and I got to play around with it a little bit, and like, this is just, it's by far one of the coolest things I've seen, and when you're talking about, you know, our you know, the greatest military in the world, and trying to take care of our own, and that's exactly what you guys are doing here, is taking care of our own.
Well, and we're trying really hard, and this has been a labor of love for at least the last 2.5 years we've been working on this. And there are other websites out there that have different features like we have in SchoolQuest.
Right.
You know, you can go to GreatSchools, you can go to Niche, you know, you can go on the DoDEA website and you can do a school search. But there's not a place there for you to save what you found. You have to either write it down, stubby pencil, or you have to save it to your desktop or whatever. There are places where you can find the requirements for a new school and what it is that you need to have when you get ready to move in.
Right.
You can go and find all of those things. What we're trying to do here is make it kind of a one-stop shop for parents to be able to come here and find what it is that they're looking for.
And you could you're giving them the option to take, not only do the one-stop shop, but you can take notes when you're looking at it and whatnot. So instead of trying to, you know, flip through your paperwork or your sticky notes or whatever, or your kid's notebook, you know, or what have you, and then going,
that's the way it was when my kids were
exactly, you know, and it's like, well, hold on, let me open up this browser here, and then I got to open up another one to look at this website. It's all right here.
It's all right there.
Boom. I mean, you can't really make it any easier than this.
No, I think it's really going to be a game changer for the transitioning military family. And the one more thing I want to say, you know, parents go to Facebook and they say, hey, you know, what have you been here? What do you know about this place? Well, we also have a community in SchoolQuest where when you're registered, you know, you can go in there and you can ask other people what their experience has been. You can ask them for information, because we're going to give you front-loaded the information that we have from the outside looking in. But military families rely on that network of other military families, and we're building that in SchoolQuest as well. So you'll be able to interact with other military parents who have been where you're going or who are there now, and you can connect with them. You can ask them those questions that you really want to know. And as we don't have a lot of activity right now in the forum because it's a new platform,
right? But
we really believe that this is also going to be really valuable to our clients.
Hey, Judy says it right there. New platform, folks. Not a lot of people in the forum yet. Be one of the first ones in there. Get on there. If you are a military family and you're listening to this, there is no reason why you should not check out SchoolQuest. SchoolQuest.militarychild.org or SchoolQuest.org. Also check out Military Child Education Coalition, and follow them on social media. Go to their websites. Just a ton of information and things that help you and your family make life so much easier for you. Judy, I can't tell you how much I appreciate. It's always good talking to you, and watching what you guys do is just truly, truly amazing. We're coming up. We got a couple more minutes left. What else do you want the listeners to know?
If you have questions and you don't know where to find the answer, go on our website, click on the link. You can type in Ask Aunt Peggy. We have actual staff that are standing by to answer your questions, to put you in contact with subject matter experts that can answer your questions. We have a 21-member science advisory board that we reach out to regularly if there are questions that we can't answer. We're in contact with the MIC3, the Military Interstate Compact for Military Connected Kids. We will help you find the answers to the questions that you can't get answered anywhere else.
And real quick,
we've got a lot of great info.
This is all military, so it doesn't matter what branch of service you're in. You need to get on this. This is here for you guys. And it's free. Oh, look at it. It's all free. It's like, we never charge anybody for anything, and we don't check ID cards at the door. We are not a respecter of persons. We'll answer any of your questions. We'll provide you with whatever support we can. We exist to make sure that military connected kids are college, life, and workforce ready. And all military kids from birth through college age. Folks, I'm gonna Judy, if you don't mind, I'm gonna give people's decision hour, since you're on the decision hour. I'm gonna give their decision. Make the decision today to go to SchoolQuest.org to check out Military Child Education Coalition. Be a part of the community. If you are a military family and you are listening to this, there is no reason why you should not be a part of this right now. We're going to have all this information up on Heroes Media Group, as well as the Decision Hour pages. Judy, any parting words before we let you go today? No, thank you very much. It's always a delight to have a chance to chat with you, and I look forward to visiting with you again. Absolutely. Thank you again. Folks, that's all the time that we have for today. Again, I'm going to say it again. If you are a military family, you have to be, and you have to go right now. Open up another browser. I mean, if you're listening to the show, you're already online. So open up another browser, go to SchoolQuest.org. When you're on social media today, go check out Military Child Education Coalition. Follow their page if you're not following them already. Get involved any way that you can. Until next time, you've been listening to The Decision Hour.